There's no wrong answer with dance. Hi everyone, I'm Annika, and welcome to the very final episode of Rhythm and Reality, where we interview dancers about their experiences on the dance floor and through life. Today I interviewed Faith, who's not only a personal friend of mine, but has also been attending the GCU Hip Hop Club for quite some time. Take a look at our conversation. Hi everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of Rhythm and Reality. Today we have Faith here. Do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and give us a little bit about your experience with dance?
Yeah, for sure. So I'm Faith. I'm a student here at GCU, and I'm a pre-health major. I major in biology pre-med, and I first started dancing when I was in elementary school. I would take like a bunch of like beginner ballet classes, and at the time it was more about just like exploring movement and like having fun, but it kind of just like sparked my interest for dance. As I moved into middle school and high school, I became more intentional with it and started doing like a few like contemporary and like hip hop dance classes, which kind of allowed me to like learn more about expression and musicality a little bit. Towards the end of high school, unfortunately, I had to like take a step back from my classes due to academic demands. However, I stayed involved in like talent shows and showcases and had opportunities to like choreograph for like our whole high school musical and everything, which is like a very meaningful creative outlet. But now in college, as a pre-med student, my schedule is definitely demanding, but I try to stay connected through dance through GCU's hip hop club. And that in particular has been a great space for me to just like continue growing and stay engaged, continue having fun, and build a great community. So, yeah.
That's awesome. For those of you on the show who don't know as well, me and Faith both go to the Hip Hop Club, and it is a great place to be. So a while back I interviewed Cece as well, and she was on one of my episodes.
Oh, yes.
We got to talk about that a little bit more, but I just honestly, like, there's a lot of great dancers there.
It really is.
So, like,
yes.
It's worthy of being mentioned.
It's amazing. Yes.
For sure. Also, I know you said that you had, what was it again? It was like musical theater. You had choreographed a little bit for that. How was that?
Yes. So I choreographed for High School Musical, which was really fun because our high school was doing like a rendition of like the actual like High School Musical 1 movie. And it was super fun because it's like we had the whole cast going, and then we had like cheerleaders that I had to choreograph for. And then I also like, for like our final dance, I brought back like the original like we're all in this together dance, which was super fun. And like I loved teaching it to a cast. Our cast was pretty big. It was like 30 people, but it was a little difficult to like kind of accommodate for like the lower skill level dancers. But it was a great community, super fun. I learned a lot about how to teach dance and just like how to like be very like specific and technical with certain moves and everything. So definitely a fun experience.
That's awesome. I love that you put the original dance in there.
I know, I had to throw it in at the end. It's so good.
Classic.
Yes.
Did you find that, like, when you were teaching them that, like, you were comfortable with that, or was it, like, a big growing experience for you?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit of a growing experience. I'm a little bit of like a natural leader, I'd say. So like I do like taking charge, and I also had like a co-choreographer that I worked with, which was very helpful. But I think it was a little bit of a learning experience simply because like it's like you can teach it and show it to them, but not everybody's gonna pick it up exactly the way you want it to be like portrayed exactly. And so it was kind of difficult to like have to break things down a lot for certain people. And not that it was just like, oh, you guys are making this so difficult for me, but it's just like just taking the time to like slow down with the moves a little bit and just like learn about how other people dance and how they feel most comfortable dancing, and just make sure that they understand the moves in a way that they feel comfortable doing it on stage and they aren't embarrassed, and make sure they have everything down. Repetition, I'd say, was like a big thing, just doing it over and over and over again and yelling at them to like go, 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 guys. You gotta keep it going so that they get the moves like locked in. Because I guess with musicals in general, like you have to sing and dance as well. So your dancing has to be like in the back of your brain. Like you need to have it all down, because you can't really be like focusing on both things like at the same level. So I needed them to be able to focus on singing and still getting the dance moves down. So that was kind of difficult. So I really had to drill it into their brains. But the cast ended up doing great, and it was a great experience. So yeah, it was super fun.
And you were proud of like the end result, how it came out?
Very much so. It was really cool. And everything, it took a while to get everything super clean, especially for like our final ending number, which was the We're All in This Together dance, because it's like pretty fast. But like towards like the last 2 weeks when it was almost opening night, we just like spent a bunch of hours just like cleaning through it and going through everything over and over and over again. And I think that the end result turned up like really clean, and the whole cast like put in the effort to like try their best to learn it and practice it as much as they can, and I think it really paid off. So it was really nice seeing like it all come together at the end. So
ooh, I imagine that was like satisfying. Like,
it was so
work,
nice.
And here's the physical result for that.
Yes, it was really cool, because it's like when you first start off in a musical, it's like you have so many pieces to do, and you have like they're all just like super different, and then like you have the acting and like the singing, so there's so many parts. So then when it all comes together, it's just like a beautiful art piece. So it was so nice to see how like everybody like worked super hard to create just like a really pretty just like art piece that just came together so naturally. So it was really fun.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
That does really sound like a super fun experience, honestly.
For sure. It was really fun.
Yeah. Kind of going back to your childhood in dance and just growing up in that, what do you think originally drew you to it, and then what do you think made you stay and continue dancing?
Okay, so like as a kid, I always had like so much energy like all the time. I always had the natural urge to be moving wherever I went. So I guess dance became like a way for me to kind of like channel that energy into something like expressive and fulfilling. So I guess it like became like more of a release and almost like a mental reset where I can just kind of like step away from stress and be present in the moment. Because like I guess with me, like especially during like academics and everything, like dance just became a way for me to just like be in my own space and just be having fun and be moving and not be thinking about everything else that's going on with classes and whatever. So I think that was definitely a big thing that just kind of like made me like have more of a passion for dance. And growing up, I was also like super fascinated with like the way a body moves and tells a story. Like I used to watch dance shows with my sister all the time, and I'd just be like, oh, I just wish I could like flip and like fly in the air. Like I just wish I could do a backflip, but I never went to gymnastics or whatever. But I just like was super interested in the way like bodies are just naturally built to like do such amazing things. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. So yeah, that curiosity kind of turned into some passion. And I guess the sense of like freedom and expression I didn't really get elsewhere. Like I did sports, so like I did like volleyball and basketball and whatever. So like I've always had just this kind of like kinesthetic connection. Like I just love moving, and like I have a lot of adrenaline. So dance was like, I guess, the more expressive side of the moving, and like I did sports as like the competitive aspect. So yeah.
That's so cool. I love when you mention just like how a body moves, and that's just because it really is fascinating.
It's so cool.
Like you think about how people are now trying to make robots that are like humans and move like humans, and I mean honestly that is kind of scary because you think like, okay, are they gonna take over the world?
I know it's it's like hikey a little freaky, but
no, but yeah.
Yeah.
But, just thinking about that and how people try to recreate that, but it's like it literally can't be recreated. Like there's just
it can't. Like it's just crazy.
Right?
Like I've always like admired like contemporary and ballet dancers so much, because it's like you need a crazy amount of strength to just like do what they do, and like I just like I don't know how they do it, but it's so cool and it's so amazing to watch. So
seriously.
Yeah.
I'm also on the same boat with you. I can't do a flip, but I think it would be so cool if that could
I know. If only, like.
If only.
I
Wake up
know.
tomorrow
And just do a backflip, like, oh.
Literally. That would be great, but I mean, hey, maybe those are in like the future goals category or something.
You never know. You never know.
It's true. But yeah, I love that, just like the passion behind it too, because I also personally relate to that. Like I was the same way in childhood, like just never stopped moving, always wanted to be doing something, and just tearing into that. I feel like that's what creates that passion for dance, because like you're constantly moving and it's just such a joy.
I know, completely agreed.
Yeah, so it's cool because it's just like getting to relate to that for sure.
Exactly, yeah.
I also want to ask, do you think that your style of dance, well, first of all, what do you think is your main style of dance? Like, how would you describe it? And do you feel like that reflects what type of person you are?
I'd say my style of dance is like pretty energetic and more like hip hop focused. Like I love contemporary so much, and like if I grew up with that more like technique, I probably would have like done more contemporary, but I think that I kind of just like, I really love like the hard hitting style of hip hop, and just kind of just like, there's also like this like subsection of hip hop. It's called Afrobeats, and it has like a lot of footwork, and like it's super just like flowy and natural and graceful, but then it's still kind of like hard hitting in some spots. So I definitely think that's my style. I think I just like to kind of just like go with the beat, feel the beat, whatever it does, whatever it takes me, I'll do. And I think that it's just like a little bit more like spontaneous and less like structured almost. So I think my dance style reflects my personality a little bit in terms of like the expressiveness and like how emotionally driven it is. And I think just like dancing in general has just like helped me be more comfortable in like taking up space and being more open to express myself without overthinking and everything. And yeah, dance in general has probably taught me like resilience and discipline, because sometimes movements don't come easily. Like dance isn't something that you just like do. It is, but like it also is a challenge, which I like. It's like it pushes me to kind of just like learn how to like move my body and like just be more like interpretive and expressive. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, and like you were saying, unfortunately we can't just wake up tomorrow and do a backflip, but yes,
repetition and just like doing it again and just showing up and being there for the dance, like that's going to contribute to that. And of course, like you were saying, like the passion behind it, I feel like just drives everything. It's just like
for real. I know, it's like without passion you can't get any like fun, just like lively dance. So passion's the core of it.
Absolutely. And just to kind of go back to hip hop club too, do you think that environment has shaped you?
Ooh, I definitely think so. I think like one of the biggest things that hip hop club has kind of given me is like exposure to different styles and techniques and rhythms, because like at hip hop club everyone just kind of brings their own like background and interpretation of movement, which I really like. And being around that has just kind of like diversely like shaped the way I approach dance, because I feel like it's taught me to be like a little bit more open-minded and not just sticking to what feels like natural to me, but being willing to give like other different types of moves or ways of moving like a chance, and just learn from others and the way that they express themselves in a way for me to express myself as well. So yeah, absolutely. I feel that because there's so much diversity there, and because everybody does everything like a little bit different, it's very easy to like look at, oh, somebody's doing this and I like this move that they're doing. I like how they're doing this way, and kind of pull bits and pieces. And over time, that does really start to shape how you dance. Yeah, for real. Like I like the way like at the end of our hip hop like workshop, when we'd like split into groups and then we like perform it, like I think Cece sometimes would say that like watch others, and if you like the way they did a specific move, maybe you can pick it up as well, or like maybe you can like give them like a compliment for how they did that. So it's just like I really love seeing like doing one piece of choreography and then seeing the way like many different people do it, and then just being like, I really love the way they chose to like add their own little like spice to that move. So yeah, exactly, yeah.
For sure. That's awesome. I can also say personally, for those of you who don't know Faith, who are just listening, she is an amazing dancer.
Oh,
You have a lot of like power with your dance. So I can also say for you personally, I definitely like picked up a couple things that you've done, and sometimes I
thank you. Same with you, girl. Yes, I've always loved the smoothness that you bring to dance. Like it's so like sleek and like elegant, which I've always loved. Like, yeah, I love your style of dance as well. It's awesome.
Thank you. But yeah, that's just like, it's just the environment of hip hop that you can do that. So it's just, yeah, it's really cool.
For sure.
Do you think that there's a moment that you've kind of been stuck with dancing? Like, you know how they talk about writer's block, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, there's a gap in creativity. Something's just blocking you, it feels like. Have you ever had something like that with dance?
Yeah, I definitely think every dancer goes through like the phases where they feel stuck or like question their abilities or something. I think one thing that shifted my perspective was choreographing and teaching, like how I did in high school. I think just like working with different dancers in like different experience levels made me more aware of how to like break things down, like I was saying earlier, and communicate my movement clearly to others and create an environment where people feel comfortable to learn as well. And I think that process helped me build my own confidence as well. It reminded me that like growth isn't just about being perfect, but it's about kind of like understanding and like adapting your style and just continuing to show up. Like just like even with during like our hip hop workshops, like there are times where I'm like, there's something that doesn't sit right with the way I'm doing this move. So I'm just gonna like watch others and pick up from them how they're doing it so that I can like learn. So yeah, I think it's just constantly being open to like adapting and like just being able to like be really observant in the way others are moving and being very open-minded as well. So yeah.
Absolutely. I feel that it's hard to dance if you are closed-minded as well.
Precisely.
Yeah. If you just have one way of doing things, this is the way that it should be. I mean, you're always going to be able to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But are you going to be very diverse in the end?
Exactly. It's because dance just naturally has so much creativity. Like, I just remember from one workshop, like, I don't remember who was teaching it, but some guy said something about how, like, when you're dancing or, like, what choreographers look for is, like, not you just being able to do the choreography, but you being able to just, like, add your own, like, personality to it. So it's just, like, all about how you can, like, twist it up and make it your own. So I feel like without that, it's kind of difficult to just, like, be expressive. So, yeah. You're good.
What's something that you think you've learned from other dancers in the club that you wouldn't have learned on your own, like beyond just the moves themselves?
I definitely think I said it a little bit earlier, but styles, technique, and rhythm, the way people move is super awesome, especially having like the guest choreographers that hip hop club brings in. Like it's so cool to see. They're good. Like I'm like, yeah, literally, like it feels like they're just like complete professionals, and I'm just like a newbie, like who hasn't danced before, and I'm just like, whoa. Like seeing the way they just do hip hop differently, the way they like isolate and they just like hit things like in a very specific way. They have such like unique textures, which I love. So that's definitely helped me step out of my bubble a little bit. Like I'm still learning how to do it myself, but I just like love getting that exposure to see how like people from like different like backgrounds like interpret movement, and then just like also learning about different styles. Like that one person who came in to teach crump, was it? That was like super interesting because like I don't think I naturally move like that, and it was very interesting to see like someone like make that style of dance look so cool and awesome and hard hitting. So I think just like taking different bits and pieces from the way different people like use their styles and techniques has like helped me learn from other dancers. And again, yeah, just being open-minded to different ways of expressing myself, because in the end it's about creativity. So yeah.
Seriously. Yeah, that's awesome. Do you think that, like, talking about like the crump one, do you think that you've kind of incorporated that into your dancing since that workshop?
I definitely like always find myself like going back to like a few moves, or just like I'm just like, oh wait, that was kind of like what we did in the crump workshop. So like with the stomps that we would do, and then just like the throws, like there's some parts that I'm like, when I'm like doing like freestyling at the beginning a little bit of like, you know, the way like there's like a little bit of like freestyle before the actual choreography starts, when the song is still like getting to that section, like I'll just be like, maybe I'll use some of that crump, or like I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just like super cool to just like incorporate different bits of pieces of different styles into choreography. So I'm definitely excited for next year to just like continue learning more about different styles and everything. So
Seriously, yeah. I wish I could. I so wish I could be here next year, because then I can like go
I
through that stuff with you guys. But
yes, you better come back and like teach a workshop, because
I would love
we're gonna miss your dance.
I'll miss you all. I'll try.
Yes.
I'll try my best. But do you think you have a favorite memory over just like time in hip hop club so far, or just in dance in general? Do you think you have a favorite memory that you go back to?
I think my favorite memory has to be the GCU lip sync battle.
Yes.
There was just something so hype about doing that like my first year of college. Like I'm literally just a freshman, and I didn't even know I didn't know how crazy that event was gonna be, and I didn't know how many people would show up because I'd never seen it before. Like I searched up some videos on YouTube, and I was like, this is a little crazy. What did I get myself into? But it was literally like the best thing ever. It was like a fever dream to me. So I think just the pure like energy and excitement and like connection that was forming was super cool. Like it made it so meaningful, because it wasn't just like the performance itself, but I think just like the sense of unity with our team, and just the fact that we were all kind of working together to like do our best and like make the choreography as like awesome as it was. I just like loved how we came together in the end, and it just like the final product was super amazing, and how supportive and uplifting the group was. It was just such a good experience. Like I'm literally like definitely gonna do that next year, because like I love just like seeing the creative energy of all the other groups as well. Like the other groups were insane, and like the tricks and flips they had, and just like getting ideas for like what we're gonna do next and everything. So yeah, it was just an awesome experience. So that's pretty up there for me.
That's such okay. It makes so much sense why you picked that, because for those of you who haven't been to the GCU lip sync battle, it's amazing. You can't really describe it unless you go there. Like Faith was saying, just like the energy is so up there, and everyone's just like going crazy. It's
yes, I know, me too.
Yeah, and me and Faith got to be on the same team this year, and honestly, I think that was also my favorite experience. Like just the amount of energy that there was. That it was so much to the point that even though I was nervous going into it, I wasn't nervous on the stage.
Exactly.
Because there was so much hype behind it. But yeah, that was a big one. That one is like, will go down in the history books for our lives.
Oh, absolutely. And then just like our theme, like Subway Surf, like it was just so good. Like I just loved our whole like concept and the moves and the hip hop. It was just so good. Yeah.
I agree. So much fun. What do you think? Because also, aside from like our own experience with hip hop, just like hip hop as a whole, I feel like sometimes it can be a little bit misunderstood. So, do you think there's something about hip hop dance that people kind of misunderstand, or they don't know until they try it?
That's a good question. I think maybe a misconception about hip hop is that it's just like about being flashy, or like showing like that you can dance, or like being like naturally talented. But I feel like in reality, it's it's about like discipline and like musicality, and like being intentional with your style and like learning from others. I feel like there's like a deep cultural foundation there that like even I didn't realize until we had like some of the speakers come in, and just like talk about like the deep like culture and like the way different areas like to do hip hop, and like the different styles that every different like part of the states has. And so like yeah, I think that whole like cultural foundation just deserves like some recognition and respect that it doesn't always get. So I think that it's just like, I don't know, it's not just about performing all the time. It's about expression and like storytelling and like understanding like the deep roots of hip hop, that like everything just originated from the start. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And even when I forget which one it was, but it was one week where I think they were talking about that, like the origins of hip hop.
Yes,
and they were
yes.
mentioning like it started back and it was like a solution for people, like rather than going to unhealthy habits or whatever, they would go to dance as just a form of expression. And I think that is also kind of the core foundation, right? As
Yes.
to, I mean, every dance style has their merits for sure, but just when you're performing hip hop, it's different than if you're performing ballet or if you're doing something else. Like those things are very sharp.
Yes.
And there's definitely merit there. You can have creative expression anywhere, but I feel that with hip hop, there's a level of freedom that you really don't get anywhere else. It's like there's not necessarily any wrong answer.
Yeah, for sure. I like it. Yeah, I like that a lot. It's just like it's structured, but it's not as just like rigid as the other different types of style. And I think that it's just like, I don't know, there's just something that is like, I feel like extra expressive about the freedom that you get in hip hop. So yeah, I definitely agree. And I definitely think that it's like, there's some, you can tell a story through it as well. Like I know that like, I guess like more like contemporary type styles are usually more known for like telling stories and stuff like that. But I think like hip hop is just like a super, I don't know how to put it, a super just like creative and just like colorful way of like creating a story. And it's just like you just have so much freedom of like what you can do with it. So yeah, I definitely agree with that.
No, absolutely. I feel like a lot of we're very much on the same page or the same wavelength with this, because maybe it's because we both do share a love for it, but also because we do go to the club.
Yes,
together
definitely.
So we feel like a lot
Yes.
of our, like, things are like
For
overlapping.
sure. Would totally recommend that club. It's just so good.
Exactly. And then if there's somebody who, let's say they're scared to start dance, or they haven't danced before, they're not totally sure about dancing in front of others, is there any advice that you would give them?
I think I would definitely say that with dance, nobody starts off feeling good enough. Like nobody goes into dance as like a first timer and is like, oh, I'm just gonna be so amazing like this. Like everyone probably feels that way. So it's something that you just kind of grow in and take it a step at a time. It's not something that you have to have perfect at the start, but that's something that you just take steps to just kind of build and grow your creativity. I think what matters most is your willingness to just show up and try, because everyone progresses at their own pace. It's just the most important part is just like enjoying the process and learning from it, not being like the best one, not being the best dancer there, or like the dancer that just like shows everybody up. But it's just about just like coming, learning, and growing, because dance is not something that only specific people can do. Like anyone can dance, anyone can move your body. And I don't think like, especially with hip hop, that dance has like a correct answer. Like you don't have to do it a specific way for it to like be fun and expressive. So it's just like you do you show up, and like you take away from it what you put into it. So the more you try, the more you'll get. So yeah.
Absolutely. Also, I'm sure that someone coming in hearing that for the first time would be encouraged by that, because sometimes there's almost a level of expectation, like, oh, I need to be this certain level to start. But it's as if you're going to the gym for the first time. The way to get better is to start going.
Exactly. You just got to take that first step. Like, yeah, another thing I love about Hip Hop Club is it's welcome to, like, literally anyone. If you have never danced a day in your life, you still come to hip hop and you still just have fun with friends, building community. Like, it's not about your skill level. It's just about building community and having a great time. So, yeah.
I love that. And what do you think your dance journey looks like from here on out?
Yeah, moving forward, I hope to continue growing and staying connected to dance while balancing my academic goals and everything. I may not always be able to spend as much time as I would like dancing, but I think it's just important for me to, like, keep seeking opportunities and workshops and performances, and just being that community and being part of, like, Hip Hop Club is definitely helping with that. I think I'll always see dance as, like, something that'll be in my life for forever, not necessarily, like, as a professional, in a professional sense, but just as a source of, like, creativity, expression, and just kind of, like, balance. Again, like how I was talking about how dance is just, like, a good outlet for me. So I think that it's just, like, something that I'll keep in my life for that kind of just balance with, like, academics and everything. Definitely we'll be doing lip sync battle next semester, and we'll stay connected to Hip Hop Club because it's just super amazing and it's just a great way to just stay involved in that whole community. So, yeah.
Absolutely. The future is bright for you in dance.
Thank you. You as well. How do you see yourself staying connected with dance?
You're sweet to ask. I would love to continue the Hip Hop Club. Unfortunately, I think it might be a solo journey for a little bit in the future.
Yeah.
But we'll find some sort of community.
Oh, for sure. Yes, absolutely.
But I would love to see if you guys end up doing, I really hope I can come back and see, but if you guys end up doing lip sync again, I would love to see that, and I think that would be so
because we
cool.
can invite a guest, right? So,
Oh,
hey, you can be my guest.
Thank you. I'll just come and I'll watch you guys.
Yes. Absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
I could personally say that it's a joy getting to know you, like, over this episode a little bit more, because I know we haven't had a ton of time to talk one-on-one. But also I just, like, really respect your style, and I think we've been in the same environment for a while, so. And
Yeah,
I
no,
appreciate
for
you
sure.
taking your time to,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, yeah, I thank you so much for having me. I've loved getting to chat to you a little bit and also learning a bit more about you and your experience and everything. So, yeah, I love talking about hip hop, so I've had a great time.
Yes. That's awesome. So glad.
Yes.